Then, now, together.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw. We are 1 week closer to Saturday night's main event. One step closer to Summit. And this locker room is hanging by a thread.
Finn Balor's decision is looming. Championships are under siege, and Judgment Day says this company belongs to them. But I don't think everyone agrees.
5 matches tonight. 2 Elimination Chamber qualifiers, and a main event that could move the entire division.
And if tonight proves anything, Cole, it's that nobody is safe anymore.
And after what we witnessed last week, nothing feels settled anymore. Roman Reigns is back, and the moment he returned, he sent a message straight to the heart of this company, tonight. We kick off Elimination Chamber qualifying action.
Uncle Howdy goes one-on-one with Dragon Lee, with a spot in the Elimination Chamber on the line. And later tonight, 2 of the most explosive women on the roster collide, as Toni Storm faces Jordynne Grace in a collision for the first spot in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. A triple threat with massive implications for the Intercontinental Championship division. Leon Slater, Solo Sikoa, and Aleister Black battle for momentum in one of the most volatile matches you'll see anywhere.
And the tag team champions are in action later tonight, as the Young Bucks faces the Gorillas of Destiny in rematch after last week's upset, and in our main event.
Thunder Rosa takes on Athena in a main event that promises violence, pride, and absolute intensity. And let's not forget, Saturday night main event is just days away.
Yeah, I hear you. Love me, hate me, either way, you're watching. Last week, I walked into this ring and I beat Triple H clean. No excuses. No legend saving him. Just me standing tall. And people keep asking what that means. It means I didn't just beat Triple H. I passed him. I passed that deadbeat Rey Mysterio. I passed that loser Andrade. I passed the so-called greatest in-ring wrestler of all time, Shawn Michaels. I passed every name people keep telling me I'm supposed to live up to. Because this isn't their era anymore. This is the dirty era. And yeah, I know what everyone's saying. Judgment Day this, Judgment Day that. Bullet Club this and Bullet Club that. Aren't everyone tired of the talking about the Bullet Club? So let me make something clear. We don't hide. We don't beg. We don't need permission. We run this place because we earn it. And next weekend, at Saturday night's main event, the entire world is going to be watching. Not just for titles, not just for chaos, but because mi hermano Finn Balor is going to make his decision. And like I said before, whatever Finn decides, whatever path he chooses, me and JD, we respect it. We stand with him. So if anyone in the back still thinks I'm just some kid playing champion, if anyone thinks this title is temporary, if anyone thinks they're gonna walk in and take it from me, step up, because I'm not hiding from anyone.
Dominic, now if I'm hearing this correctly, you said step up, right? You should be very, very careful what you ask for, kid. You stand in this ring holding something you believe you earned. You beat fathers. You beat heroes. You beat legends of the past. But you don't see what's standing in front of you. This place doesn't belong to the loud. It belongs to the lost. You talk about eras. Eras don't end with applause. They end with reckoning. You carry that championship like it's a crown. We remember when it was a burden. We were forgotten, buried, left behind. And that's where monsters are born. You want to run this place? Then you'll learn what it feels like when it runs through you. But first, I have to earn the right. At Summit, the Elimination Chamber, I qualify. And Dominic, when I come for that championship, I'm bringing it home to my brother.
This crowd doesn't know how to react right now. Dragon Lee is standing across the ring from Uncle Howdy, and the energy in this building has completely shifted. Dragon Lee thrives on motion, on rhythm, on chaos. But look at him. He's slowing himself down, trying to read something that refuses to be read.
Both finally circles in, testing the waters, trying to stay one step ahead. That's smart. Against each other, you don't rush.
But even with that speed on Dragon Lee, Howdy keeps cutting the ring off. He's not chasing Dragon Lee, he's hurting him. This is where experience meets something else. Dragon Lee has wrestled champions, legends, innovators, but this feels unfamiliar.
Every exchange Lee initiates gets shut down just enough to frustrate him. Not violently, not recklessly, just enough to make him think, and you can see it. Dragon Lee is starting to second-guess him. Self, how many times has that happened to him? Almost never.
Lee fires back with urgency now. He's trying to remind everyone, including himself, who he is. The crowd is waking up, responding to Dragon Lee's heart, his resilience, his refusal to let this become something darker. But Howdy doesn't respond emotionally. He never does. He absorbs the momentum. He absorbs the noise. He absorbs the pain. This is where the match begins to change. Dragon Lee is still fighting, still moving, but the pace is no longer his. Every movement is costing him more energy than it should. And look at Uncle Howdy is dragging him into a slower, heavier fight, one where speed matters less than endurance.
And look at the Wyatt Six around the ring. They haven't moved. They haven't reacted. They don't need to. This isn't about support. This is about inevitability.
Dragon Lee is realizing something terrible right now. This match isn't being fought on his terms anymore. Lee digs deep again, refusing to quit, refusing to disappear. That's the heart that made him who he is.
But every comeback attempt ends the same way. Howdy's standing right there, unmoved, unfazed. The frustration is turning into desperation. And that's when mistakes happen.
Uncle Howdy finally steps in closer. Not rushed, not aggressive, calm. This is no longer a competition. This is control. Dragon Lee is swinging now, fighting on instinct, but his timing is slipping. And Howdy is smiling.
Not a grin, not laughter, just that quiet, unsettling smile that says he knows exactly how this ends. Dragon Lee tries one last surge, one last stand, and the crowd is willing him forward.
Uncle Howdy has won. Look at Dragon Lee on the mat. He didn't lose a match. He survived something.
And Uncle Howdy, he doesn't celebrate. He just releases the hold and stares down the hard camera.
This was a message. Dominic Mysterio opened this show claiming Judgment Day runs this company. But after watching this, you have to wonder how long anyone really stays in control.
Uncle Howdy is headed to the Elimination Chamber, and something tells me this is only the beginning.
Come in. Thunder, what's up, champ?
I just wanted to say I appreciate the main event tonight.
You've earned it. Not because of the title, because of what you've done for this division. Tonight isn't about gold. It's about showing everyone why the women deserve that spotlight.
That means more than you think. I don't need a championship match to prove who I am. I just need the ring.
And that's exactly why you're closing the show.
So, that's it then. You get the main event, because you and Nick are best friends now.
This has nothing to do with friendship, and you have a real bad fucking habit interrupting people.
Oh no, it has everything to do with it. Last week, I interrupted a promo because it was going nowhere, and you decided to attack me in the ring.
Maria.
No, let me talk. Because if this division is about opportunity, then I'm done watching it pass me by. You hold that championship, and whether you like it or not, I'm next in line.
You interrupted me, you disrespected the ring, and you learned a lesson.
No, I learned that you're afraid of what's coming.
Enough. Thunder has the main event because she's earned my trust. Maria, if you believe you're next, then prove it the right way.
I will. Enjoy the spotlight. It won't be yours forever.
You handle yourself like a champion. That's why I trust you.
Then I'll make sure tonight's worth that trust.
Non-title match. People are acting like we lost the belts.
Relax, we're still champions.
I just got off the phone with Kenny and Jay. They are not thrilled per se. They didn't like what they saw last week.
It was one match.
It was a statement, just not the one we wanted. First match as champions and you walk out like it's a warm-up. You lose to guys who used to wear our colors. That doesn't just look bad for you. It looks bad for all of us.
So what are they saying?
They're saying they love you, but tonight's rematch isn't optional. They said you go out there and make a statement.
And if we don't?
Don't lose, because if you do, don't expect sympathy. Don't expect backup. And don't expect anyone pretending this is still a family.
We're not losing.
Good, because tonight, everyone's watching.
This is an Elimination Chamber qualifier, and the weight of that alone changes everything. Jordynne Grace steps into a WWE ring knowing opportunities like this don't come twice, and across from her is Toni Storm, a woman who thrives when the pressure is highest.
Toni Storm doesn't just want to qualify, Cole. She wants to dominate the narrative. She wants to prove that this division still runs through her, and that anyone stepping into her world better be ready for consequences.
Jordynne Grace brings something different: power, intensity, and a refusal to be intimidated. She didn't come here to be impressed by Toni Storm's reputation. She came here to take her spot.
And you can see it early. Grace isn't backing down. She's meeting Toni head-on, forcing Storm to adjust, forcing her to fight someone who won't be out-muscled or outpaced easily.
That's where experience comes into play. Toni Storm has been here. Big stages, high stakes, hostile environments. This is where she's most dangerous.
But don't mistake confidence for control. Jordynne Grace is pushing Toni into uncomfortable territory. Every exchange sends a message. You're not walking through me.
This match has shifted into something deeper now. Respect versus entitlement. Grace fighting like this is her one shot to prove she belongs in the chamber. Toni fighting like this is about protecting her throne.
And Toni Storm doesn't protect anything politely. You can feel the frustration building. Storm knows she's in a fight she can't coast through, and Jordynne Grace keeps coming, absorbing punishment, and firing back with everything she has. That's the danger. Grace isn't flashy. She's relentless, and relentless opponents force mistakes.
Toni Storm digging deep now. This is where champions reveal themselves. Not when things are easy, but when they're chaotic. Storm is pulling from every ounce of experience, every lesson learned. She knows one opening is all she needs.
This has become a test of will. Jordynne Grace refuses to fade, refuses to stay down, and Toni Storm is starting to realize she can't bully her way through this one. That's the worst kind of opponent. Cole, someone who doesn't respect your reputation. Grace doesn't care about past accolades. She's fighting for her future right now.
Every time Toni Storm looks to assert control, Jordynne Grace answers back. Power against precision, hunger against experience. And look at Toni's body language. This isn't arrogance anymore. This is urgency. Storm knows that if she doesn't end this soon, Grace could steal everything from her. Jordynne Grace digging deep, pulling Storm into exchanges she doesn't want. This is the kind of fight that shortens careers.
Grace is proving she belongs in this division. Win or lose, she's making a statement that can't be ignored. Toni Storm trying to slow the pace now, trying to regain control. That's veteran instinct. Change the rhythm, break the momentum. But Grace won't let her breathe. She keeps forcing the issue, forcing Storm to work for every inch.
This crowd feels it. They know what's at stake. One spot in the elimination chamber. One chance to define your career. This is where champions earn their reputations. Not in dominance, but in survival.
Toni Storm digging into that championship mentality. She's been here before. She knows how to find that extra gear. Jordynne Grace reaches again, tries to pull Storm back into her fight. But Storm resists, and that hesitation, that's all Storm needs.
Tony Storm has qualified for the Elimination Chamber.
Wait a minute. What is Rhea Ripley doing? This has nothing to do with qualification anymore. This is personal.
Wait, it's Jade Cargill. She's back. Jade storms to the ring. No hesitation, no fear, and Rhea Ripley backs off immediately.
Because Jade isn't here to talk. She's here to stop this. Tony Storm freezes. Rhea Ripley retreats. Jordynne Grace is spared. But make no mistake, this just rewrote the power balance in the women's division.
Jade Cargill standing tall, staring down Storm and Ripley. This wasn't a save. This was a warning. Elimination Chamber implications, rivalries colliding. And Jade Cargill just inserted herself into the center of it all.
Stop, enough. Roman, I cannot do this tonight. I'm holding this place together with duct tape. You all want to fight? Fine. Saturday night main event. Roman Reigns and Jimmy against Triple H and Shawn Michaels. And if anyone lays a hand on anyone else tonight, that match is off and you all answer to me and there will be a big fine you won't like.
Nick Aldis is not running a show tonight. He's trying to stop a war.
Let me guess, you're here to stare at my championship again?
I'm here to remind you I can take it whenever I feel like it.
Funny, because you're still standing there holding the briefcase, and I'm still champion.
Yeah, because I chose not to kid. Kenny told me to wait. Told me and the Bucks to stay off you until Finn made his decision. That's the only reason you're still walking around with that.
Judgment Day runs this place. I don't answer to Kenny Omega or that bully Jay White.
No, but you will answer to me when I decide to cash in.
If Finn joins you, I join you. I already said that.
And if he doesn't, see, that's the problem. Every decision you're making right now depends on somebody else.
You're the one waiting for permission, cowboy.
I'm not waiting anymore.
Then why haven't you cashed in? Scared? Or you gotta call your daddy first?
Careful, because every time you say that, you remind yourself why you're nervous.
I'm not nervous.
Then stop looking at the briefcase next weekend. Saturday night main event. Finn's deadline. Your warning. Because once that clock hits 0, I don't need permission. I don't need alliances. I just need 5 seconds.
This is not about championships tonight, but it's about positioning. The Intercontinental Championship Division Honor is crowded, violent, and unforgiving tonight. Three very different pots collide. Leon Slater is potential. Solo Sikoa is power. Aleister Black is inevitability. Only one of those things lasts.
Leon Slater has been vocal about wanting to climb this division the right way. No shortcuts, no alliances, and that's noble until you're standing across from Solo Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa isn't here to entertain. He's here to dominate space. He's treating this like a message. Not just to Slater or Black, but to the Intercontinental Champion watching at home.
Leon Slater refuses to stay down. That's heart, but heart alone doesn't win rankings. Aleister Black hasn't rushed anything. He never does. He lets the match come to him. This is where Aleister Black thrives when chaos creates openings. He doesn't waste motion. Everything he does has intent. Leon Slater showing he belongs in this conversation. But belonging and surviving are two different things.
Solo Sikoa is reminding everyone why he's feared. He doesn't need the tricks. He just breaks you. Aleister Black has turned this match cold. And when it gets cold, people make mistakes.
Slater refuses to let this moment pass him by. Every young star has a moment where they find out who they really are. You can see it. Solo doesn't like resistance, and that frustration creates openings.
Aleister Black has shifted the tone completely. This is no longer about power or potential. This is about control. This feels like a ranking match now. Every movement matters. Every mistake costs you ground in the division. What resolve from Leon Slater? He may not win tonight, but this division just learned his name. Solo Sikoa is still dangerous, but not untouchable. Aleister Black wins it. That wasn't luck. That was inevitability.
This match was about ranking, and Aleister Black just moved himself to the front of the conversation. Solo Sikoa remains a threat. Leon Slater proved he belongs. But Aleister Black, he just reminded the Intercontinental Division that darkness doesn't need permission.
The Intercontinental Championship picture just became far more dangerous, and the champions Ilja Dragunov now has a bigger target on his back.
You good?
I've been better, I've been worse.
They don't stop unless you stop them.
Yeah, I noticed that about them. They've been coming at you for weeks, jumping you, putting you on the shelf.
And tonight they thought they could do it again. Tony Storm and Rhea Ripley. They don't see competition, they see obstacles.
And they like removing obstacles together.
Let me be real with you. I didn't come out there for you. I came out there because I'm done letting them decide when and where I fight.
Good, because I didn't ask for help, but I'm not stupid either, they're champions. They move together and hide behind numbers.
So do a lot of people until they're forced not to.
I didn't come here to survive, I came here to take something.
Funny, I came here to take everything back.
We're not partners, but we've got the same problem.
And that problems needs to get solved. They wanted a fight. Now they've got two.
This is a rematch born out of embarrassment. Last week, the Young Bucks lost a non-title match that they did not take seriously, and tonight, they were told very clearly by Hangman Adam Page, make a statement, or don't lose.
And if you saw Hangman earlier, Cole, that wasn't a suggestion, that was pressure. Pressure from Bullet Club leadership, pressure from Kenny Omega, and pressure from a faction that does not tolerate cracks.
And look at this. Gorillas of Destiny wasting no time.
That's pride, Cole. G.O.D. remember last week. They remember being treated like an afterthought. They're trying to overwhelm the Bucks before that machine ever gets started.
You can feel the urgency from Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. They are explosive, aggressive, and they're forcing the Bucks to react instead of dictate. But that window never stays open long against Matt and Nick Jackson. And there it is, the shift.
This is where the Bucks live. Chaos becomes control. Speed becomes precision. They've slowed this match down and turned it into their kind of fight. Last week may have been casual. Tonight is calculated. Every movement has intent now. Every exchange is about dominance. This isn't about winning. This is about restoring hierarchy.
You can almost hear Hangman's words echoing in their heads. Make a statement, and statements aren't pretty. G.O.D. are tough. We know that. They're absorbing punishment, trying to claw their way back in. But the Young Bucks are relentless right now.
That's what elite teams do. They isolate, they frustrate, they break rhythm until resistance fades. And the Bucks are sending a message to everyone watching, especially the Bullet Club. This is them saying, last week was a mistake. Tonight is who we really are. The pace has completely flipped since the opening moments. Gorillas of Destiny started hot, but they've been trapped in survival mode ever since.
And survival isn't enough in this division. The Young Bucks finish it. And that's it. The Young Bucks win the rematch.
But they're not done. This is the statement Hangman demanded.
The Young Bucks unloading with chairs on Gorillas of Destiny. Merciless, deliberate, unforgiving. This isn't about tonight anymore. This is about reminding everyone who controls the tag division and who answers when Bullet Club leadership calls. This is violence with a purpose.
And if this is the tone they're setting heading into Saturday Night Main Event, the rest of the locker room should be very, very concerned.
Look around. Bullet Club is running wild. Wyatt Six just walked back through that door tonight. DX is picking fights like it's open season. Chaos everywhere. And you know what fixes chaos?
I didn't ask for a lecture.
You didn't need to. You feel it. This place is slipping. Power vacuums don't stay empty. They get filled. And if someone's gonna fill it, it might as well be us.
Ain't gonna lie. Things feel different lately.
Different doesn't mean broken.
No. Different means dangerous. Bullet Club doesn't care about legacy. Wyatt Six doesn't care about rules. DX doesn't care about respect. The bloodline was never about nostalgia. It was about control.
You talk like it's that simple.
It is. You already got Jacob. He didn't hesitate. He saw the writing on the wall.
Jacob isn't the wall. And you don't rebuild an empire with half-believers.
Then bring them back. Jay, Solo, hell, even Sami.
I ride with you, Roman. You know that, always. But I don't know where he fits in all this.
I'm not here to take anything from you. I'm here to make sure nobody takes it from him.
You think I don't see what's happening?
I think you see it. I don't know if you're ready to move.
When I move, the whole will world feel it. This isn't the time. But it's getting close.
So what happens now?
Now, we watch and we let them tear each other apart. And when they're weak, then we decide who still belongs. But still, how can this work without a Wiseman?
He shows up after all this time, after everything, and decides now is when he wants to swing.
Roman Reigns doesn't do anything unless it's calculated.
Calculated? No. That was a message. One I didn't ask for, and on top of that, I don't walk out with the light heavyweight world championship last week.
That part's eating you alive.
Because it should have been mine. Not excuses, not timing, not politics, Mene.
Instead, Roman comes back, swings first, and suddenly we're supposed to play defense. We don't play defense. He wants to remind the world who he is.
Then we remind him who we are, but not out there. Not with cameras watching. Letterwinius not expecting it. Roman wants control. He wants to run this place again.
Then we make sure he never feels safe doing it. Tonight's not about championships. No, tonight's about payback.
This is what tonight has been about. Not championships, not egos. Two of the most respected competitors in this division. One ring, one statement to make.
And let's be clear, Cole, Thunder Rosa didn't ask for this main event. She earned it. Nick Aldis didn't hand this to her because of politics. He handed it to her because she's become the standard.
You can feel it in the building. Athena knows exactly what this match represents. Athena has always believed she's the measuring stick. The question tonight is whether Thunder Rosa has officially passed her. Notice the patience here. Neither woman is trying to overwhelm the other, because both know one mistake is all it takes. This isn't about speed. It's about who can impose their will. Thunder Rosa has been through wars. She knows how to survive in chaos.
And Athena thrives in it. She's at her best when things get uncomfortable. Athena turning up the pressure now. This is where Athena is dangerous. She smells hesitation and goes right for the throat.
But Thunder Rosa refuses to back down. She never does. That's why this crowd believes in her. Listen to this crowd. Thunder Rosa is feeding off it. This is what happens when respect meets opportunity. Rosa isn't fighting to prove she belongs. She's fighting to remind everyone she already does. Athena's pride won't let her give an inch.
And Thunder Rosa's grit won't let her lose one. These two are running on heart now. Thunder Rosa digging deep, Athena refusing to stay down.
She got her. Thunder Rosa wins. What a statement. What a main event.
No championship on the line, but this meant everything.
Wait a minute. Oh no. This is exactly what Mariah warned us about earlier tonight.
Mariah may just attacked Thunder Rosa with her own championship. That wasn't a message, that was a declaration. Mariah May standing tall and walking out feeling very proud of herself. Thunder Rosa left laid out.
She's done waiting. She's done asking. She wants that title. And she just made it painfully clear. Raw goes off the air with chaos once again. And Thunder Rosa just found out. The target on her back is very, very real.